Hello and welcome to the Ninqueso Exploring Japan channel, where I am on a journey to find out everything I can about Japan, the people, the culture, and today, about some harmless things that can actually kill you. Now, I'm intrigued by that because that kind of contradicts itself. If it's harmless, how can it kill you? But that is what I'm here to find out, because the last thing I want to do is go to Japan and get killed by what looks like mochi, because I am partial to a bit of mochi, and I don't feel like I've ever been in a situation where my life was in danger when I've been eating it. But that is why I'm here to learn. So let us jump in and find out what these harmless Japanese items are that can actually kill me.
This is mochi, Japanese rice cake, and it kills about 300 people every year.
Do they choke on it? Because it is quite chewy.
And this is the bathtub, where over 5,000 Japanese people have died in 2018 alone. And they're not the only harmless things we use.
I mean, to be fair, people can die in the bath because they can drown. But it's not really like something that you think, okay, we need to take precautions. Where's my snorkel?
Japan every day that can actually kill us. But why are they so dangerous? Today we're gonna find out, starting with this. What the heck is mochi?
I want to find out this because I do love a bit of mochi. And yeah, I make my own because it's so darn good.
Anyway, it's a chewy, sticky cake made from pounded rice, but unlike the rice that you'd find in sushi, it's made from a special kind of
glutinous
sticky rice called mochi-gome. This rice has a unique starchy molecule that gives mochi its strictness. But that molecule is also the reason why mochi can be so deadly.
I reckon you can choke on it.
Most mochi-related deaths happen between January 1st to 3rd. That's when we have our New Year's celebration in Japan. Many elderly choke and die on them. Because of that special starch that makes mochi so sticky and chewy, it can easily get stuck in old people's throats. And since many...
Okay, mental note. Stop eating mochi in about 15-20 years time. Okay.
Older Japanese people have missing teeth. They usually don't chew it well enough before swallowing. Not only that, but when we get older, we just don't make as much as saliva we used to make. According to Dr. Ishihara, as it cools, the special starchy mochi changes from alpha carbohydrates to beta carbohydrates. Alpha carbs are like the ones you find in normal rice, bread, oats, etc. They are really easy for our body to digest. On the other hand, our bodies can't digest beta carbs at all. So if you swallow a big chunk of mochi without chewing well, it can block up your intestines.
Okay, always chew your mochi. Good to know.
Causing bloating and constipation, and in the most extreme cases, death. Unfortunately, one of my neighbors, she was enjoying her mochi and it got stuck on her throat. Luckily, she was able to remove the mochi out of her throat. But she had to stay hospital a couple of days.
Dear.
When I was little, if you're choke on mochi, some people said you should use the vacuum cleaner to suck the mochi out of your body. I'm not sure
I would imagine
it
just like Heimlich maneuver kind of thing.
Don't recommend doing it. Japanese TV always tell people to be careful while eating it, and also shows you what to do if someone is choking on it.
That's what I mean. Obviously, I've eaten it by myself. I'll probably just like bang myself into the wall or take a massive, great big back bump. That's my plan anyway. My plan is not to actually start choking on mochi.
There are some old people who not only can eat mochi, but don't even need to chew it. And when I was little, I saw older guys like swallowing the mochi.
That's weird.
I don't know, there might be a reason that they shouldn't chew, because as I said, mochi has a long...
Is that like an eating competition or something?
Well, if you break it, maybe it's a bad luck or something. As a child, I want to do it one day when I get older. I'm so glad I didn't try. Of course, we don't see this kind of custom on TV anymore. So definitely make sure you chew well when you...
Is that because too many people died while doing it?
You're eating this delicious treat.
That looks so nice though. It's like the mochi, the red bean paste and the strawberry. I'm getting ideas.
Because it can get you hurt or kill you if you don't. But that's not the only...
Mochi's worth it though, that is the thing.
The harmless thing that can kill you in Japan. Japanese people love taking baths until it tries to kill us. But how are so many people dying from this?
I don't know.
First, just look at how big this tub is.
Is the bath big or is she small? Because I'm quite a big person. I would think in the UK, I would struggle to drown in a bath, I think. I don't even own a bath, so I'd really struggle to drown in my shower.
In Japan, it's common to find really big bathtubs like this, unlike in America. So when I saw American bathtub for the first time, I was very, very shocked because it was very shallow.
Yeah, that's about the normal thing.
How can I take a bath and relax in such a shallow bathtub? But you know, I had no choice because
I just get bored in the bath. I've lived in places with only showers for a long time now. And then last time I had a bath, I just sitting there. It's like, now what? I'm bored now. I just want to get out.
I was exhausted flying from Japan to Mr. Eat's hometown. The bathtub was so shallow that I had to really, almost like I have to lay down. And I feel like, am I in a coffin or something? It was very, very uncomfortable. So Mr. Eat's family only took a shower there, not like taking a bath. But just look at how deep the bathtub is.
That is very
deep. As you
deep.
can see, I can soak whole body in it. So
That must use a lot of. That must take forever to.
And drowning is the
fill
main
up.
way people are dying in their bathtubs. In Japan, around 4,000 people drown.
Is this because people are tired, they get in a warm bath and they just start dozing off and then that's it?
Drown in their tubs every year. But in the US, it's only 100 people a year. So
Right. I need to find out how many it is in the UK.
Much later.
Okay. In the UK in 2020, bear in mind, a lot of people were at home then, we had, this is like baths, jacuzzi and hot tubs, 9 people drowned. So I can see how Japanese baths are a little bit more dangerous than our UK ones.
why are there so many bathtub drownings in Japan? First of all, it mostly affects old people. And that's because they're at the high risk of suffering health problems that will make them lose consciousness in the tub. For example, there's a condition that we call heat shock. That's when you go from being really cold to really hot in a very short time. This can cause your body to go into shock or cardiac arrest. And older people are much more sensitive to this. In a previous video, we talked about how Japanese houses are so poorly insulated that inside the house can be as cold as outside. So when an old person
So yeah, they get in the bath and then it's the shock, and once they go under, that's it really, isn't it?
sitting in their super cold house all day, then goes into a hot bath, it's too much for their bodies to handle. And unfortunately, they end up drowning. Another reason many people drown in the tub is
So take showers in the winter.
alcohol. Japanese people love to drink, so it's very common to have some drinks
I feel I'm safe from this one because I don't drink.
before jumping into the tub for relaxing.
That's just
soak.
weird.
But for some, it's too relaxing, and they end up passing out and facing an unfortunate fate. While I love the big bathtubs in Japan, it is something that we have to be careful with, especially when we get older. As I mentioned in this video, Japanese houses aren't insulated very well, and
Okay.
that can be
Space heaters. Ooh, okay. Yeah, space heaters.
a real problem, especially in the winter. Not only that, we don't have central heating like in the US, so if we use a heater to warm up one
I'm not in the US.
room, the rest of the house will still be freezing cold.
I mean, I did live somewhere where I didn't have like central heating for a while and just had to move the heater around with me.
For many older people, this can cause their body to go into cold shock, especially when they move from a warm place to a freezing cold one. Of course, we use heaters in Japan, but they might not be what you are used to. This is a very typical
Are
heater,
they actually
but
like
there's
fire?
one deadly problem. It uses kerosene. Kerosene is a liquid
Okay.
gas similar to gasoline. Of course, it's much safer than the stuff you put in your car,
But
it's
yeah,
still a
it can still
dangerous
flammable.
chemical. First, you have to pour the fuel into the heater's fuel tank.
Like the one I had was like a portable radiator, so it was totally sealed unit, and it had like oil inside, I believe, that got heated up. So you were never actually filling it yourself.
So you'll probably get some on your hands or skin. If you don't wash it off well, it can cause rashes and blistering. Second, when the heater is on, it's filling your house with exhaust and carbon monoxide.
You would have thought there'd be a better way of doing it than this.
We are always told to let the fresh air into the room while using a stove. It's so ironical, you know, because our house is poorly insulated.
Yeah. So it's really, really cold, but you still have to have the window open when you got the heater on. You would have thought they would have solved this problem. This seems like very strange.
Actually, in the winter, it's as freezing as outside, but you know, you make your room really warm using the kerosene heater. But every hour, you have to open the window and let the fresh air. That means your room is gonna get colder again, and then you turn on the kerosene.
It's a ploy by the kerosene companies, isn't it? To keep you using it.
Again, oh, it's so warm. Oh, it feels so good. And after an hour, you have to open the window again. Mr. It's brother-in-law visited our house. His brother-in-law was a really tall, big, muscular guy. I can drink like 3 shots of espresso at one time, no problem. It's my image of a big, muscular, strong guy. So we prepared a nice
They drinking
warm
espresso.
blanket, and then of course we brought our kerosene heater. So when we are, you know, enjoying time with his family, his brother-in-law felt so sick. He said, "I think something is wrong with this room, or something wrong with me." And then we tried to find a cause because everyone else was fine. He pointed out the kerosene heater, saying, "I think this might be the reason. I think the smell of the kerosene gave me headache." We have been using kerosene heater for a long time. Of course, we open the doors and windows every now and then, but we
Just
never
every
felt
now
like
and
that.
then.
But for him, it was such a
I guess it's 'cause it's something you're not used to at all. So it's like totally alien to you because in the UK, there's nothing. I've never come across a kerosene heater. I've come across gas heaters before where you put like a gas thing in the back.
such a strong chemical reaction to his body, and I felt so bad. And then we started opening the windows and we started using the electric heater. So not only are these heaters dangerous, they are a very outdated way to stay warm. And
okay, so they're outdated. Are you mainly talking about things that people have because they've been there for a long time? Are they rare to buy now? I need to know these things. We need to know what sort of the heaters are. Let me know down in the comments if you can enlighten me.
And this isn't the only outdated technology that Japan is using every day. For example, even though we have these high-tech toilets from the future, you can still find these squatty caveman crappers
squatty
all over
potties.
the country. Yes.
I had one of those in Animal Crossing. That would be weird.
Japan is definitely not as high-tech as you think. And I talk all about it in this video. See you there.
I think that's
Thanks for
going to
watching.
be it. That is it on the harmless things that can kill you in Japan. Right, that was a video by Miss Eats, wasn't it? Mrs. Eats, not Miss Eats, because I know she said she's got a husband, Mr. Eats. So yeah, if you liked their video, I will leave a link down in the description. You can pop over their channel and give it a like. So yeah, so there wasn't many things. That is good to know there was only 3 things that could potentially kill me. And the only one I think I would potentially succumb to is the mochi, because I do like a bit of mochi. Bath-wise, I get a bit bored in baths. I tend to have showers. Heater-wise, I probably won't go in the freezing cold winter, maybe. But thank you so much for making it through to the end of this video. And if you did like it, please go down and hit that like button. If you have any suggestions of videos covering things in Japan, please let me know down in the comments. And I will probably get round to looking at them. And if you'd like to see more of my journey as I discover everything I can about Japan, make sure you hit that subscribe. But until next time, just be nice to people. Bye.